Hello and welcome to a brand new video. First of all, I want to say sorry for the quality difference in the video, but I am filming a video that requires using my computer to screen record, and honestly, I haven't got the effort to try and sort my camera out. I haven't got a tripod that I can move my camera to look in a certain position, so it just works better if I just do it as a screen recording on Zoom. I feel like I'm doing a uni presentation right now, and I am just very well aware that the sound quality, the video quality, and is gonna be a bit naff. Um, but I do hope in some ways you enjoy it. Um, and before we get into this video, please follow my social medias that are linked in the description and should pop up. Well, I don't know if they're gonna pop up in the video. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pop them up because I don't want to like overcrowd the video. If I do, they'll pop up before we get into the video, but they are linked in the description below, so check that out. Please give this video a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and without further ado, let's just get on with it. I'm gonna start with sharing the screen because that is what I need to do. If you can't tell, I am doing a tier list video, which is why I'm doing it on my computer and not on my camera. This tier list video is based on, I got the idea from Beauty Spectrum. I watched it this morning and I absolutely loved it. So I've got a tier list for my TV shows and movies that I watched in 2021. I'm very well aware I probably watched more than I actually have, but I just don't remember what I did. And my Netflix is a bit outdated, not outdated, but like it doesn't come up on what I've watched. It's telling me to watch again stuff that I've not watched yet. Let's get on with it. I've got quite a few. I'll go over the tiers first. We first have Absolute Gold, which is my top, the best ones I've watched this year. I'm very bad at like narrowing things down, saying if they're good or bad, if I actually love them. Because most of the time I go, oh my god, absolutely amazing. Well, really, I probably don't think that. So I'm gonna have to be really brutal on myself and not try and put everything in that top one. Then I've got Good Would Recommend, which is kind of like not the best, but I would definitely recommend it to someone to watch. Next one is Cheesy, but okay, because I definitely watched a few cheesy films this year that I probably wouldn't go say I would watch all the time because I find it very cheesy, but I still liked it in some ways. Don't Remember is ones that I try to remember that I remember watched, but I don't really remember much about it or care enough about it. And it's probably going to be like it's okay, but like it's really not the best. But I didn't want to go like, oh yeah. And then I got Nope, Not Worth It if I really didn't like it, which is probably not going to have many on it. I'll be honest with you because I'm very picky when I come to watching things anyway, and I usually go for things that I'm more likely going to watch and I'm going to enjoy than stuff I won't enjoy, but just for the sake of watching it. So let's just start. They're in a random order in a folder, so that's okay. And we're just gonna start with the top one, which is Taylor Swift, Miss Americana. I don't remember when I watched it. I just remember being at uni when I watched this, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I wouldn't put it in my absolute gold. I would probably put it in good, recommend. I did enjoy it. I think some of it's a bit, but it is a biography film, so you can't expect much from it anyway. I think it was good. Like, as a story, I know it's quite old compared to some of the recent stuff, but I still didn't watch it until this year. I think lockdown helped and not socializing with my housemates helped as well. Okay, 9 to 5, this movie. I was watched a musical as the amateur theatre group that I love to watch. They did a musical 9 to 5. Obviously, there's a West End musical 9 to 5, and absolutely loved the musical. Thought I'd give the movie a watch since it was on Disney Plus. I actually did not like it. Like, I don't remember. I remember what happens in the musical, but the film, no. So I'm gonna put it in nope, not worth it, because I think if I had watched it without watching the musical, I would have been so different about it. But because I have watched the musical first, and I absolutely loved the musical and the story. I found it very funny, very like the story was so in some ways so different to the movie, and I expected the movie to be basically similar without the music. And there was some similarities, but a lot of it was a bit, I think it was just a bit chaotic and it was a bit more like not my thing. It is a very old film, but I thought it would be somewhat decent. Next one is Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. So I have never actually watched Home Alone 2. I only watched the first one. That's the only one I've watched until December 2021. And I didn't know what to expect from this. I thought, oh, it might be naff. But I'm gonna put it in absolute gold. I think, and this is a big statement for me to say, but I think it is better than the first one. And I love the first one. I think it's a classic. It is just gold. It is amazing, but the second one is just even better. I absolutely adored it, loved it, found it so funny, and I think because it's based in New York, it kind of made it more amazing for me because I love New York. So, sorry, I've got a bit of a runny nose today. Um, and it's what I bought because I stood out. I didn't wear thick enough clothes last night. Next one is A Christmas Prince. Again, this is something I watched for the first time in 2021. And I know it's been out for a while, but it's the first time I watched it was last year, and I liked it. I actually think it was really good, but I watched this after watching The Princess Switch, and they are somewhat similar. And I know they're meant to be similar because they're done by the same creators, I think, but or they've got the same kind of story. But I think it's gonna go in my good. I think the first one goes to my good. I would recommend. I'm not sure what the others. I think they might be. I want to put it in cheesy. I hate to do it, but it's not even. I think like it's one of those ones that is definitely more cheesy than something I'd recommend. But it's good still. I think it was a good film. But next one is Brooklyn Nine-Nine season 7. I have loved all the seasons of this. Like I've never not loved it. Like since I started watching it in first year of uni, and finally got the chance to watch season 7 when it came on Netflix last year, and I absolutely love it. So I think that is going to go in absolute gold because every season has just been amazing. It's never, I don't think it's one of those TV shows that's never like dipped for me. I've never been like, oh, like you know, when sometimes TV shows do extra seasons and then you just think, why? You've literally just like Glee. I loved Glee the first 3 seasons, and I feel like they could have ended on season 3 and it'd have been perfect. But then they continued on 4, 5, and 6. Don't get me wrong, season 5 is one of my favourite seasons of Glee, surprisingly. But I feel like they didn't need to extend it that long because it was just too much. And I think it was just, but this is a seven, they've got another season coming out, the final season I think it is, but that it's just incredible. It never gets boring, it's fun, they find new things to make it more interesting every time, and I love it. Bearing in mind, can I just make a point, this is my opinion, not, I don't, everyone's opinions is different. I am very understanding, everyone has different opinions on things, but please just appreciate mine. Next one is In the Heights. Okay, I went to see this when I came back from uni at the theatre I work at, and oh my god, I love, 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 love this film. So it's going in absolute gold because it was phenomenal. I found it so heartwarming and moving and upbeat. I think it had all the right things a musical should have, like family, home, love, challenges, everything in one. And I just can't, like all the songs in the show, the movie is phenomenal. I absolutely adore it. Would watch it again and again. I absolutely love it so much. I honestly think it is one of those movies that came out last year that I was way too excited to see, and when I saw it, it didn't disappoint me. I know other people had their own opinions on it, but it did not disappoint me at all. Next, we have, I already said here, Love Is Blind After the Altar. I remember watching it, and I honestly don't know why they did this. I think the cast of people, I loved the series, and I can't wait for a new series of new couples. But I feel like the people in this series just needed more money, and they were like, let's do another like little like reunion. Like no one needed to see this reunion. I did not need to see it, and it was way too dramatic for my liking. So I'm gonna put this as cheesy. Actually, I'm not. I'm putting it as no, not worth it because I didn't need to see that. I really didn't need to see it. I need to be brutal here. I did not need to see that. So next one is Last Christmas. Oh my god, I'm not gonna put it in absolute gold. I absolutely loved it. I think it was such a good movie, and I can't believe it took me this long to watch it. But And I literally think the storyline is so moving, and it was not what I expected, but in a good way. But I'm not gonna say it's absolute gold. I'm gonna be brutal here and say good, would recommend it to someone because it is good and I really did enjoy it. Amelia Clark is just a talented actress, and I've never seen Game of Thrones, but I've seen her maybe before you, and ever since then I fell in love with her. Next is Just Go With It. I know it's quite an old film with Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston in, but I only watched it when I was staying at my friend's place in Portsmouth. I think it was graduation week. I might be wrong, but I think it was graduation week. And I watched it then, and actually, I really like it. Probably wouldn't put it in the recommend. I'm gonna put it in cheesy but okay because it was good, but not my number one. I could have put it in don't remember because I don't actually remember much what happens in it, but I'm gonna put it in cheesy. This film, I had high expectations for it because it's Sebastian. So you should keep going for it. Endings and Beginnings has Jamie Dornan in it and Sebastian Stan, two actors I find incredibly attractive. So I watched it for that reason. And I love Shailene Woodley. I know sometimes I think she's had some spectacles before. Like people don't like. I don't really know. I don't keep up to date with all that stuff. And I thought it was gonna be really good, but I just found it very boring. I'm gonna put it in don't remember. It was just very stupid, cliche. She was dating one person and then ended up dating the other guy, and they were best friends, and it was a bit of a nightmare. You know, she got pregnant, and yeah. So that was that one. This one, Love and Other Drugs. Again, this is quite an old film. It came out in 2010, but I didn't watch it until 2021. Again, lockdown was the reason I was sitting at home uni, and I was like, what the hell do I watch? And it was on Prime at the time, so I was like, sure, why not? Let's give it a watch. And it was good. To be honest with you, I don't remember. The only reason I remember was I said I watched it is because I saw it come up on my Netflix one list and was like, oh yeah, I watched that last year. So I'm gonna put it in don't remember because I don't really remember what happens. I just love Anne Hathaway, and I think that was the other reason I accepted to watch it because I love Anne Hathaway. Like Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't hate him. I actually don't mind him to be honest. I because I love him in Spider-Man. So The Princess Switch. This one is gonna go good. Recommend. I watched all three of them in December for the first time last year, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I absolutely loved it. I love Vanessa Hudgens, have done since High School Musical, and my love for her has never gone. Like she's just always been fantastic in everything I've seen her in. Um, but I'm not gonna put it in absolute gold because I think it was definitely cliche and definitely a bit cringy. But I do like she played three characters herself because I don't know how actors do it, but crazy. After Life of the Party, this one I am putting absolute gold. I don't care how cheesy it actually is. I absolutely love it. The fact that it moved me, I just found it very fun but sad and moving all at the same time. And I absolutely love the story. This is going in absolute gold because it literally hit me and I loved it. Next one is Black Widow, which I am not gonna say. I can literally tell you this is going in absolute gold for real. This I went to see this in a cinema graduation week. My friend Ben paid for a ticket, and I went with him and Falcon, and it was just such a lovely cinema trip. But it was a really good film. I found it. I knew I wanted to see it so bad, and honestly, I formed a girl crush on Florence Pugh because honestly, she's amazing, and I absolutely love this movie. I think it was so good. I think it was definitely representing female power, and I was like, yes, I'm here for it. But I absolutely love it so much. Next one, oh my god, this series broke my heart. It's a Sin. I agree with Molly in this one. It is such a good, moving TV series and educational. And I never watched Skins, and I knew Ollie Alexander was in Skins. Why didn't I found out after watching this? And my friend told me. And to be honest, I didn't know he could act. I just knew he was a singer. I watched this show and my heart broke. This guy here. I absolutely adored. I think he was so sweet, and I genuinely, everything that happened, like the story, I think it's very educational because a lot of people these days don't really know what AIDS is or like how it impacts someone's life. It's not just as simple as it's a disease. And at this point, when they filmed it, but the series is based in a time when there wasn't a cure for it, and there wasn't a way to make it, like the way it impacts these people's lives is absolutely crazy. So this is going in absolute gold because I was moved. I love the story. I want to rewatch it so bad. Like, so bad do I really want to rewatch it right now. Love Hard with Nina Dobrev in it. This is the only reason I watched it, was Nina Dobrev and Harry Shum Jr. Harry Shum Jr. was in Glee, and that's why I love him, because I actually love his dance moves. And Nina, obviously, Vampire Diaries, and I love her as an actor at all. Actress, she's like one of my favorites. Literally love her. Like, I can't describe how much I love her. Like, she's literally my favorite actress. But this film goes in cheesy but okay, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I could have gone without watching that. I think it was funny and it was cute and at times, but I'm just like, we all knew she was gonna fall in love with the guy who catfished her in the end. She was just holding a grudge at first because he lied to her. Okay, this is something I can't. This is my favorite TV show of all time, and I really need to see the final season. I'm waiting for that to come on Netflix, but The Bold Type is fantastic. Anyone who hasn't seen it needs to, because it's fantastic. It's so amazing, such a good story, three amazing girls, and I just love all the stories in it, the relationships, the drama, everything. I honestly, it's based in New York. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Sex and the City, but not. A little bit like Gossip Girl, but not. I absolutely love it. It's just such a fantastic film. I honestly would die to watch it again. I honestly love it so much. I honestly can't explain. So this is going in absolute gold because I honestly love the series like so much. Next one is Bridgerton. Bridgerton, obviously, it was. I didn't watch it when the hype came out because I couldn't. I honestly didn't see the hype. I was like, no. And then in summer, I was looking for something to watch and decided to put it on to give it a try. So I'm trying to drink my coffee before it goes cold. So I decided to give it a try, and it was good, and I really liked it. I wouldn't put it in absolute gold because as much as I'm excited for the next season, I don't. I'm not that obsessed with it. Like, I'm obsessed more with the musical on Spotify than I am with the TV shows. If the Spotify album was on there, I could put that on there. But I really like Bridgerton. I think it's got a good storyline to it, and yeah. Next one is Emily in Paris, because I know this came out in 2020, the first one, but I watched like two, three. I watched half of it in the first. I want to say I watched half of it, but I think I watched like the first few episodes in 2020 and then stopped. And it was like only like probably September, October time when I watched the rest of it. Emily in Paris, I really wanted to watch it because I found out as the creator of Sex and the City, my favorite TV series in the world, hands down. But I thought maybe I'm going to get my hopes up too high. No, I absolutely love this series, and it is going in absolute gold because not many TV series actually make me want to go to this place or even get a job in the place. But considering she is a digital marketer, which is basically what I want to do, and she's working in Paris, basically it makes me now want to get a job in Paris, and I've never said that in my life. So she gets absolute gold. And I absolutely love this TV show. I think it's just fantastic. The storylines, the relationships, the friendships. There's just the Frenchness. I absolutely love Paris. James Bond, No Time to Die. I'm running out of space in my absolute goals, so I think I'm gonna have to not put it there because I loved it. But again, it's not my favorite. Like, I loved the film, and I think that's why I need to be brutal, because I could easily put that in absolute gold because I genuinely think it was fantastic, and I think Daniel Craig is the best James Bond out there. But it isn't like my all-time favorite. Like, I wouldn't, because it's a James Bond film and it is like 3 hours long, I wouldn't go out of my way to just sit there and watch it. Hawkeye, I think this could have been longer, like a few episodes longer. 6 episodes was like nothing, but I really, really like it. I did love the story. I do think that it was more based around Kate Bishop than Hawkeye, but I do still love the story. I really loved the idea. I loved their chemistry. I love Haley Steinfeld, so I was really excited to see her this because I can't really watch Dickinson, which is something I really want to watch. And I would have put season 1 on here, but because I watched most of that last year, but I have not seen the final episode, so I can't put it on there. So I'm gonna put this in good, would recommend, because I do think there was probably some things they could have done better. And Enola Holmes, again, I absolutely love this film, but I am putting it in don't remember because I don't actually remember what happens in it because it was so long and there's so much to think about. So I would say I love it, but not enough to put it in any of the top 3. So it's going in don't remember, because I would still recommend it to people, but I don't remember what happens in it and I think I need to rewatch it. Okay, Tick Tick Boom, hands down, one of the best movies I've watched. I absolutely loved it. I cried so much. As a musical fan and a massive Rent fan, this is one of those musicals that because it's based on Jonathan Larson's life, who created Rent, and I've watched the Rent one on Broadway on the DVD so many times. I paid for a ticket to watch Rent online in 2020 and it was amazing. It would have been better if it was in person, but it was amazing. And I kept seeing TikToks about it, and you know when you just kept putting it off and putting it off because it's like I don't want to be disappointed. I was not disappointed. I literally love this film so much. I said to myself I need to be brutal today, but I have to put this in my absolute gold box because it is just hands down incredible. Like, sorry, I don't know who created that film. I do know Lin-Manuel Miranda and other people that was doing it, but it was so fantastic. I can't. Andrew Garfield's voice, I didn't know he could sing, but oh my god, that was amazing, and I genuinely love it. Another Taylor Swift one because she did folklore on the Long Pond studio sessions on Disney. I would say I thought it was going to be so much different, so I'm putting it in not worth it because you might as well just listen to the songs. She does describe what the songs are about and stuff, but I don't really care enough. I literally love listening to her music and I love her and I love her songwriting because she's such a good songwriter, but it's not something that's going to go in my like would recommend or cheesy. 'Cause it's not cheesy, it's just her songs, and if I can't say her songs are cheesy because I love her songs. The next one is Nightmare Before Christmas, and I'm not gonna lie, everyone hypes this up to me. Everyone says it's amazing, it's the best like Halloween/Christmas film. Didn't really care for it at Halloween, did not care for it at Christmas either. I was like, no. And yeah, I watched it a bit late, but it was really not worth it for me. So I'm very sorry to break a lot of people's hearts, but it really isn't worth it for me. So it's just going in the nope, not worth it column. And then New Girl. So I did start watching New Girl in 2020, and I watched videos, like not videos, like episodes of it randomly when it was on like E4, I think it was, like ages ago. But I properly watched it 2021. I am sorry, but I can't be brutal with this show because I absolutely loved it. It's going in absolute gold. It was so funny. It was very chill. I love Justin Nick's relationship. I might have to make these smaller because I think I'm gonna run out of space in a minute. And I feel like I might have to. But yeah, New Girl was absolutely fantastic. I would watch it again and again and again. I'm already rewatching it. I love Stacey and Schmidt's relationship and Nick and Jess. I just can't, they're absolute gold. But the whole story is just fantastic. I knew something else was going to go in absolute gold because Sex Education season 3, fucking fantastic. I've loved every season, but the other two seasons probably would have gone good. Would recommend. No, ooh, this one is going in good, but would recommend because not good. This one is going in absolute gold because it's absolutely fantastic, and I think it was phenomenal. So I've now run out of space, so nothing else can go in absolute gold. So sorry if I think it is, but Absolutely love Sex Education. I think it's fantastic. I think we're getting close to the end now anyway. I hope we are because this video is long. Yeah, we're getting close to the end. Shawn Mendes in Wonder. It was like his little documentary before he's got a concert thing. I'm gonna go nope, not worth it. I know I loved Taylor Swift's Americana one, and yeah, it was good, but Shawn Mendes one was just, like I liked it, but I don't know. I think because Taylor Swift's one of my favorite artists, I think I liked it a lot more. Shawn Mendes I like, but I wouldn't say it's the fact that he's my favorite. He's a good singer and he got some good songs, but I didn't really care for his story enough to say that it's even worth. I might move it to don't remember because I feel like putting it in saying nope, not worth it is a bit harsh, but I don't really remember half the story. So if I don't pinpoint it, it ain't gonna work. Something Borrowed. It's been out for ages, never watched it until last year. I did really like the story. I found it very funny. I watched it at the hope of something completely different to what I thought. I love Jennifer Goodwin and I love Kate Hudson. Like Kate Hudson's one of my idols, so I knew she'd be good in it. She's good in everything I watch. But I'm putting it in cheesy but okay because it's very cheesy more than it's great. Like I wouldn't go to someone if they haven't watched it already to watch it because I'm like you don't have to, but I think it's very cheesy. And it's one of those films that was like definitely the classic chick flicks when I was in like secondary school. Next one is Kissing Booth 3, again cheesy. I think it was good. I honestly think you could have stuck it with the first film and left it there. I think making 3 films for Kissing Booth was just not necessarily needed. My own personal opinion, I know other people will be like, oh my god, it was so good, but I think it was just generally needed to be left at 1. But I did enjoy the film. I think it was a good film. I just think it could have been left at 1 and it wouldn't make any difference to the story. To all the boys who loved Always and Forever, I didn't like the second one. Didn't think we needed a second one. Thought one was fine. But then I saw the final one and I actually really liked it. So I'm putting it in good with recommend. I also very well it's very cheesy and all that, but I do love the storyline in this one because I just love everything about it. I think it was very good. I don't know if it's just because I was going through the emotions when I was watching it, but I absolutely love it. We got 2 more. WandaVision. I really want to put this in absolute gold because I absolutely love this, but because I can't fit it in there, it has to go in good. Would recommend. The storyline in this was fantastic. I loved that everyone thought Wanda was behind it when actually it was someone completely different, and I love the story between Wanda and Vision and everything because I think, and I really liked it. I think I just absolutely loved it. I think Wanda's one of my favourite superheroes, so I think that might be why. And finally, we're gonna end it on a musical because it wouldn't be me otherwise. Fiddler on the Roof. It is very old, very, very, very old. It's a musical, and I ain't gonna lie to you, I really like it. I think it's really funny, really cute, really like the music's so good, and it is just based on a home for a bunch of Jewish people and them having to leave their home and stuff. And it's like relationships and how the traditions start and how people break traditions. And I really like Fiddler on the Roof. I really like the story. The music is amazing. It's so fun. Favorite song is If I Were a Rich Man and Matchmaker and To Life and Anna Tefka and a lot of other ones. Admittedly, I did watch this because the Amateur Theatre Group, the kids ones, did a show of it in summer and I loved that. So then I watched this and I loved the film. So that is my overall tier list. Not many in it, actually. I think the most it's got is the top 2. So I think I'm very easy at putting things on top, as I said, but I think I was pretty brutal with some of the things because I could have quite easily put some of the things further up if I wanted to. But yeah, that is the end of my video. It's quite a long one, and I know that you're probably gonna get annoyed by the sound of this because the quality is not the greatest. I'm very sorry. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, please comment down below, please subscribe, and I will see you again very, very soon with another video.